Long ago before the silence there was McQueentron, a city carved in crystal and steel. Its towers kissed the clouds. Its streets shimmered like rivers of glass. And the skies were painted with light. The McQueentrons lived in harmony. Builders, dreamers, guardians of wisdom. But peace is fragile. From the shadowed depths of the Black Sea they came. The Megalodon people. Vast, ruthless, ancient, they did not speak. They conquered. They tore down the towers, seized the land, and chained the McQueentrons like cattle. That was only the beginning. They brought with them the undead. Zombies, twisted remnants of long-forgotten wars. Programmed to hunt, to infect, to erase. One by one the McQueentrons were taken. Turned against their own. Not dead but no longer alive. The city became a prison. A garden of shadows where hope was a forgotten word. But even now in the depths of ruin a heartbeat remains. Whispers stir beneath the stone. Eyes awaken in the dark. And somewhere a spark is lit. The McQueentrons will not remain silent. They remember who they were. And they know what they must become. This is the beginning of their return. Deep beneath the mountains, hidden from the eyes of the world, lies the cave of the brave. This is where the McQueentrons survive. Once the proud racers of a shining city, now reduced to silence and shadows. Flickers of fading headlights light their worn faces. They are tired but not broken. They dream of freedom. They remember the roar of engines, a laughter of the city, the rush of light across smooth roads. And they wait. Today, 3 brave McQueentrons begin their journey. They roll through narrow cave paths past ancient stone and forgotten wrecks. The world above is no longer familiar. The air is heavy. The roads cracked and broken. Tall towers stand silent, watching like ghosts. Zombotrons move in the distance, searching, hunting. One wrong move and the scouts will be found. But still they go. For hope, for home, for McQueentron City. This was once a city of speed, of joy, of power. McQueentron City. Now it lies in ruins. This is where the Megalodons rule. Cruel, cold, unstoppable. They turned homes into traps, playgrounds, into prisons. And in the heart of the city, the conversion factory stands. A place of darkness. Here the McQueentrons are dragged in, helpless, dipped into glowing poison. Surrounded by Zombotrons, they are changed. Converted. What comes out is no longer a McQueentron. It is a Zombotron. Empty, silent, lost. Deep within the rusted shadows of an old, forgotten garage, the McQueentrons discovered something incredible. Bound in chains, covered in dust, lay a fellow McQueentron, still alive, still holding on. They crept in silence, hearts pounding, and carefully unlocked the chains of their brother. This was no ordinary rescue. This was hope. And with that hope, they knew their journey was far from over. The ground trembled as the Zombotrons caught their scent. With engines roaring, the McQueentrons blasted out of the shadows, chased by the groans of the undead. They weaved through narrow paths, dodged crumbling walls, and leaped over broken roads. Every second counted. One wrong turn, and they would be surrounded. But these four were running not just for survival. They were running for something far greater. At last, through fire and fear, the four McQueentrons returned. The cave of the brave lit up with hope once again, as their brothers welcomed them with pride. They had survived, but more importantly, they had awakened something powerful. A spark, a belief that the tide could turn. And as Lightning McQueen stared out into the night, he knew this was just the beginning. Next time, the fight truly begins. In the quiet shadows of the Cave of the Brave, Lightning McQueen stared at the strange, glowing crystal. It was more than just slime. It held a map, a secret path to the Zombotron slime lab, the terrifying factory where innocent McQueentrons were turned into monsters. He knew what must be done. It was time for a strike. As the dawn broke, four brave McQueentrons rolled out in silence. Their wheels crushed the dead leaves of the forest floor. They were heading straight into danger, to the place no McQueentron dared to go before. Through woods, across bridges, past old ruins. Every mile pulled them closer to the nightmare. The Zombotron slime lab. And there it was, the Zombotron slime lab, where screams of the past still echoed, where green slime turned friends into foes. Tall tanks of ooze bubbled. Conveyor belts dragged car shells into the darkness. This was no factory. It was a nightmare machine. With engines hushed, they rolled in. Hidden behind crates, pipes, and tanks, hearts racing. Every turn could bring a Megalodon. Every shadow could hide a Zombotron. Blaze spotted it, the main tank, where the conversion fluid pulsed like poison. They planted the mini bomb. Tick, tick, tick. But something stirred. From one of the unfinished chambers, a monster awakened. Half finished, more machine than car, more rage than reason. It roared, shaking the walls. The alarm blared. They had been seen. Run! Engines screamed as the McQueentrons raced through narrow tunnels and broken ramps. Slime splashed from the walls. Zombotrons poured in from every side. Blaze jumped a broken bridge. Turbo slid under a falling gate. Lightning McQueen spun midair to dodge a blast. But behind them, the factory began to rumble. They burst out of the lab just in time. Boom! The green tanks erupted. lighting the sky in sickening green fire. The Zombotron slime lab had been wounded, not destroyed, but shaken. And in that moment, the McQueentrons knew they could fight back. Back at the Cave of the Brave, cheers rose. Hope had returned. But Lightning McQueen didn't celebrate yet. He knew this was only the beginning. The Megalodons would strike back harder, and somewhere deep inside the ruins of the slime lab, someone still watched